So television is under siege right now to a certain extent, and the ratings are down across the board, but something else that is really fascinating is that the mobile device usage while people watch television is very disruptive. And I'm wondering, Sean, how you feel about this and what the approach is from an agency standpoint.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Obviously, from a user perspective, you have significant multitasking occurring. So, especially with younger generations, but really all generations are doing this. So people are, constantly on their device, obviously their phone, tablet, laptop, whatever it happens to be, while they're watching TV. So their engagement is very much fragmented, and their ability to kind of pay attention and be at the edge of their seat is only happening for certain programming. So it might be for, the top-rated programs, your Sunday night HBO, so to speak. You have that live TV, live sports, for instance, another one. But beyond that, you have people riding shotgun a lot of the times. The girlfriend with the boyfriend there. She's watching E, and he's just kind of playing around on his fantasy football team. So you have that going on. Of course, they're using their mobile phone, so it's a lot of app-driven usage, and most of those apps are really just 3 or 4 apps, and it's Facebook, it's Instagram, with those type of applications. So you're starting to see them really heavily in the social space, which sometimes associated to what they're watching on TV, sometimes not. So we're seeing certainly a disruption there. And then on the other side of it, you also have the fact that they're sometimes just truly just replacing that big screen. They will bring Netflix with them on the train, and so you're seeing that kind of activity happening as well, and mobile video growing kind of through the roof. So TV's kind of everywhere, so to speak, and video's kind of everywhere, but it's certainly disrupting their traditional linear kind of approach from the user perspective. From a brand's perspective, that's really complicated. I think what we're really seeing is an agency saying, okay, I have to blow up my flowchart. I think the flowcharts are one of our biggest enemies right now, because it's very much about metrics that were applied to legacy television. So how do we start to look at who we're reaching? How do we use technologies that use probabilistic, deterministic methodologies, big data methodologies, help us on it, use Wi-Fi and other data sources to help us understand who's actually watching this, who are we reaching, and what are our opportunities to target them in really unique ways depending on what they watch. So we have to take all new approaches to that. I think the industry is just starting to wake up to this, to be brutally honest. And we're just starting to see new technologies, Alphonso being one of them, which is great, for an opportunity to reach people in new ways through different types of screen usage. So multi-screen TV is really where the world's going. I'd say we're in an infancy stage.
Got it. Thank you.
No problem.
One more question for Sean here. It's been a running joke that this is the year of mobile, but I get the sense that mobile has a lot of momentum right now, and mobile video specifically. So what do you think about that? Is there a lot of money now pouring into mobile video?
Yeah, I think mobile overall has just seen money pouring into it, and I think the options for mobile video, because I would say like a Facebook is a great example. YouTube's been there for some time, obviously, but they're doing a better job, I think, even still bringing you new opportunities. You still have the Hulus of the world, and then you have all the different networks and everybody else bringing it too. So I think the opportunities have really exploded. Instagram coming to the table with some video. Not any ad options yet. They're really are limited, but you're going to see some more and more in those types of places. Snapchat's starting to do some, so you're starting to see it in some really unique places across devices, and that's really valuable. And you're seeing significant growth numbers, and I think you're seeing a lot in that mobile video. However, when you still compare that to desktop as well as television, it's still still pretty small. So while we're still doing more and more of that, I think people are struggling with, where's it go in my flowchart? How do I measure it? How do I figure out what to do with this? Can my creative agency actually make stuff that actually works in this context? And can I now look across device at someone's journey and create really a great contextual story for them in a sequential manner that makes sense, that isn't Big Brother creepy, but relevant? So I think that's what we're seeing right now in terms of mobile video.
Great. All right. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Sean.
thank you.
Appreciate it.